Good afternoon to all. Our subject is instrumentation and control, and subject code is ME322. Examination scheme is end semester exam 70 marks, in semester exam means ISE 30 marks, ICA internal continuous assessment 25 marks, and lecture 3 hours per week and practical 2 hours per week each batch. Okay. Total 6 units is there. Unit number 1 is introduction, pressure and temperature measurement. Unit number 2, measurement of acceleration, velocity and displacement. Unit number 3, measurement of force, torque. And second section there are 3 units. Unit number 4, introduction of control system. Unit number 5, root locus method, and unit number 6, Bode plots. Okay. And internal continuous assessment, total 8 practicals or experiment is there. In that 5 experiment is compulsory for measurement, and control system, 4 experiment is there. In that 3 experiment is compulsory. Okay. So mechanical measurement and control, Dr. D.S. Kumar textbook is available. Also reference books, mechanical measurement, Sony and Dr. Radhakrishnan, mechanical measurement, Beckwith, Buck, Rowe. These are the reference books. Okay. So instrumentation and control. First section, unit 3, total 3 units are based on the measurement, different measurement system, measurement equipment. In that, maintenance of this equipment, calibration of this equipment in industry. And second section is that control. All of these instruments, how it is controlled with the help of sensitivity, calibration for a better result. So, first unit, introduction, pressure and temperature measurement, is that first point is generalized measurement system and its functional element. Then static and dynamic characteristics and terms. In that terms, calibration and also classification of sensors and transducer. These are the half part. And then next, temperature and pressure measurement. In that, thermometer, these are the instrument of temperature measurement, thermocouple, RTDs, thermistors, electronic IC temperature sensors. These are the temperature measurement instrument. And also pressure and vacuum measurement, Bourdon tubes, deadweight pressure gauge, diaphragm gauge, piezoelectric pressure gauge. These are the pressure measurement equipment. Then vacuum gauges and pressure transmitters. These are the overview of the first unit in first section. Okay. In section first, unit number 1 is introduction, pressure and temperature measurement. Okay. Then first question is that in mechanical industry or any industry, why measurement is required? Anyone unmute yourself and please answer the question. Why measurement is required in any industry? Anyone can reply please? Why measurement is required? Okay. So mechanical measurement, measurement become a natural part of our everyday life. We require measurement of measuring lengths, temperature, force, etc. Means measurement determination of anything that exists in some amount. Okay. Measurement of any quantity is essential in order to control it. The accuracy of control is dependent on the accuracy of measurement. Hence, good knowledge of measurement is essential for design of system. Means you have to design or you have to manufacture any component, any part, any instrument, any machine. You have to require them measured basic components or basic parts to assemble these all parts to complete your object or machine. So that's why measurement is uh, basic things of any industry. Okay. Then definition of measurement. It is the process of obtaining a quantitative comparison between a predefined standard and unknown magnitude. Means you have to measure one bar with the help of steel rule or steel tape. Means steel rule or steel tape is a standard part to measure this unknown bar dimension. Example is there. We make a scale used to scale steel rule for a standard. These are the definition of measurement. Then definition of standard. What is mean by standard? Then standard is a value of some quantity which is set up and established by authority as a rule for measurement of quantity. Means ISO, Indian Standard of Organizations, uh, ISI, these are the different standards. They are calibrated or defined, designed some standards and all over world they are used. These standards are used to measure the unknown quantities and compare with these standard dimensions. Okay. So next point is why measurement is required. Why measurement is required in any industry? So in that case, measurement improve the quality of the product. If you've done your measurement before designing or before manufacturing, to improve your quality of the product, also to improve the efficiency of production and to maintain the proper operations. So, if you done your measurement uh, accurately, you have to very less chances to uh, loss of rejections or loss of your profit. So, these are the measurement. Then, why instrumentation is required? So instrumentation is to acquire data or information, hence data acquisition about parameters in terms of. Means instrumentation means putting the numerical value to the physical quantities. So in that regular vernier caliper and digital vernier caliper, both vernier caliper give you the dimension, but regular vernier caliper you have to use the list count, then take total number count, then match, then select the matching number, and you have to formula use the formula and find out the final dimension. But in digital vernier caliper, after taking dimensions, This digital vernier caliper display the final or last last dimension automatically. That's why instrumentation is required. Then making measurements otherwise inaccessible. Then producing data agreeable to analysis in mostly for electrical form. So data acquisition software is data is acquired by the instrumentation system. Okay. Basic requirement of measurement system. These are the two basic requirements of measurement system. In that, first one is the standard used for compression must be accurately defined and commonly accepted. Okay. Then second one is the procedure employed for the measurement and the apparatus used for compression must be acceptable and provable. Means if you are taking dimensions or measurement, these are the accurate and commonly accepted. And second one is you have taken the dimensions or measurement, they are compared with standard dimensions, and this is acceptable and provable. Okay. So these are the basic significance of measurement. This block diagram display the input, process, and output. In that, different process are used. Mean that uh, mathematical process, digital process, electrical process, analogic processes there are used to gives you final output. Means for example, you have to take one bar and take dimension physically. Means input is taking the bar, you have to measure bar dimension, means length of this bar. You have to use steel rule or steel tape or scale. uh, these instruments are used to measure this bar dimension. So these instruments are used to measure the bar dimension. These are included in this process, and output is means 20 mm, 30 mm, 50 mm, centimeter or mm or centimeter. These are the bar dimension. So significance of measurement in that we require measuring quantities for performance in our day-to-day activities. Okay. The fundamental requirement of any process in the measurement. That is, input is fed to the system, it undergo a process, output is indicated. That is, output is compared with the input measurement. Means uh, 20 mm bar is your input and your final dimension or measured value is 20 mm. This 20 mm is compared with your standard instrument or standard parts. Measurement provide the fundamental basis for research and development as it involve measurement of various quantities and parameters. Means measurement provide the fundamental basis for research and development as it involves measurement of various quantities and parameters. If you design any parts or component, you have to require the basic dimension or parameters for further designing or manufacturing process. If you finalize your design with the help of dimensions, limits, fits, and parameter, also other parameters, you have to further process to start your manufacturing process. Okay. Then fundamental methods of measurement. In that, two basic fundamental methods of measurement. One is direct compression with primary or secondary standard, and second one is indirect compression through the use of calibrated system. Okay. So direct compression with primary or secondary standard means uh, taking measurement of bar with the help of steel rule or steel tape, and indirect compression through the use of calibrated system means you have to measure pressure, temperature with the help of uh, previously calibrated instrument, the thermometer, thermistor, resistor, etc. Okay. So first point is direct compression or direct method. So in that direct measurement system, in this measurement is made directly by comparing the unknown magnitude with a standard, and the result is expressed by a number. Means you have to measure unknown part or unknown material with the help of standard quantities, and you have to display in or expressed by a number. The simplest example for this, length measurement using a meter scale. Okay. Direct measurement system is a basic example or simplest example is that you have to measure a bar with the help of meter scale. Here we compare the bar's length, unknown quantity measured with a scale, means standard quantity. Bar length, this is the unknown quantity, and you have to measure with the help of scale, and scale is the standard quantity or predefined quantity, predefined one. We say that the bar measure so many mm, cm or inches in the different units of this length measurement. So direct measurement system is easy and quick. It's quite common for a physical quantity like length, mass, etc. So direct measurement system or direct measurement system, it is very easy and quickly without any combination, complication, or numerical formulae are used to measure or find out the final value or dimension. Direct compression method are is quite common for measurement like physical quantity, length and mass. So second one is indirect measurement system. So in indirect measurement system, most of the measurement system use indirect methods of measurement. In this method, chain of devices which is together called as measuring system is employed. Then the chain of devices transform the sensed signals into a more convenient form and indicate this transformation signal either on an indicator or a recorder or feed to a controller. Okay. So for example is that to measure the strain in the machine member, component senses the strain, another component transforms the sensed signal into electrical quantity, which is then proceed suitably before being to the feed into meter or recorder. Means indirect measurement system means you have to measure the dimension with the help of digital vernier caliper. First I will tell to you, uh, regular vernier caliper gives you main scale reading, vernier scale reading. Then you have to select one match line with vernier and main scale reading, and you have to use formula and then calculate your least count. This is the basic or regular vernier caliper instrument working. Then digital vernier caliper is used to take the dimension, and this taking dimension to hold the jaw between two hold the jaw between two nose, and this dimension is transferred to the transforming device, and transforming device are calculated this main scale reading, vernier scale reading and matching line, and these are converted into digital forms, and digital forms is display on the display board in numerical value, means 2.23, 3.24 mm, cm, like that. Okay. So hence we require a system. Hence we require a system that detects senses, convert and finally present the output in the form of displacement of a pointer or a scale. That is a change in resistance or raise in liquid level with respect to a graduated stream. Okay. Then primary, secondary and tertiary measurement. Component of general nervous system. Okay. Primary, secondary and tertiary measurement system. In measurements are generally made by indirect compression method through calibration. Basically, make use of one or more transducing devices based upon the complexity of measurement system. Three basic categories of measurement has been employed. First one is the primary measurement, second secondary measurement, and third is the tertiary measurement. In primary measurement system, it is very easily made by the direct compression method or direct observation. Means uh, primary measurement system in that, for example, matching two colors in finding the temperature of a red hot object. Also matching or comparing length to find out the length of the object. So primary measurement is quite easy but takes more time because physically taking dimensions, that's why take more time. This is here is short value of parameter is determined basically comparing it directly with reference standards. Okay. Then secondary is the indirect measurement involving one translation, one translation are called secondary measurement. The conversion of pressure into displacement. Secondary measurements means the conversion of pressure. For example, the conversion of pressure into displacement by below. See the example. This is below diagram. Pressure P2 and pressure P1. Displacement and fixed L. Okay. Then tertiary measurement. The indirect measurement system. The indirect measurement involving two conversions are called as tertiary measurement. Means combination of primary and secondary measurements are called as tertiary measurement. The measurement of the speed of a rotating shaft by means of electric tachometer is the example of tertiary measurement of Bourdon tube pressure gauge. See the diagram of Bourdon tube pressure gauge. Here pressure input is there. Here hollow tube is there. You have to apply air pressure in here. This air pressure is goes to this that pipeline, and this pipeline is connected to this gear and pinion arrangement, rack and pinion arrangement. This rack and pinion arrangement is attached to the pointer. When applying the pressure here, this pressure goes to the here, and this pointer we moves with the help of rack and pinion gear arrangement. Then applying pressure higher and lower, this pointer moves like that and give the dimension or uh, di- dimension, and pointer moves left and right and give the final dimension. Means input pressure Bourdon tube, then displacement. So in apply input pressure here, then displacement means this pointer moves here and there. Mechanical linkage gearing is used. In rack and pinion system is used. Then pointer movement and displaying the scale. Okay, these are the tertiary measurement system. Okay, so in that These are the only basics of measurement system. Okay, so these are the basics of the or introduction of the measurement system. Still not started our first point of this chapter. I'm just giving to introduction of this unit number one, that is a measurement system. Why measurement is required, why instrumentation is required, why calibration is required, or different types of measurement means primary, secondary and tertiary measurement system. Direct what is the difference between direct and indirect measurement system. These are the just introduction of mechanical measurement system. And after uh, during this course student will expected, so course objective of this subject to study the principles, construction and working of various measuring instruments used for measurements of various mechanical properties such as geometrical dimension, pressure, temperature, etc., and of parameters such as force, strain, etc. Second one is to study the concept related to interchangeability. This interchangeability are used in assembled products. Limits, fits, guideline by BIS. BIS, this full form of BIS means Bureau of Indian Standard. And design of limit gauges. You have to design of different limit gauges. Then to learn the use of various measuring instruments with different setups for accurate measurement. And last one is to get acquainted with various standards of measurement and the calibration process of instruments. Okay? These are the course objective of this instrumentation and control subject. Then course outcome. First one is describe construction, functioning and application of various measuring instruments. Second, design control system and draw block diagrams. And third one, analyze root locus diagram, Bode plot and discuss stability of mechanical system. Means you have to use any instruments, primary, secondary or tertiary. They are, you have to check this capability of this instrument, efficiency of this instrument, sensibility of this instrument, and also calibrate. You have to calibrate monthly, quarterly or yearly, and you have to check the sensibility of this instrument. Okay. So these are the only introduction of this mechanical measurements. Our first point of this first chapter, generalized measurement system. Okay. So I request all. So this is our first point of this first chapter, generalized measurement system. This is the block diagram of generalized measurement system. See, uh, first one is a physical quantity to be measured, then input signal, second primary sensing element, then variable conversion element means you have to measure uh, bar dimension with the help of digital vernier caliper. Okay, so physical quantity to be measured means you have to measure bar diameter with the help of digital vernier caliper. Then primary sensing element means you have to used digital vernier caliper with two jaws and to hold this circular bar in between two jaws of vernier caliper. Then variable convergence element means uh, main scale reading, vernier scale reading is taking this digital vernier caliper. Then variable manipulation element means they sensing the dimension main scale reading and vernier scale reading and then combined together. Then data transmission element. So this main scale reading and vernier scale reading and matching scale is transferred to this data processing element, and in that data processing element you have in data processing element is take this initial data for main scale reading, vernier scale reading and matching line, and you have then are used the list count formula. Then data presentation element means display. Okay, and observer. Here data presentation elements means final dimension or final measurement are displayed here, and observer is there. So this is the block diagram of generalized measurement system. Okay, so today our first lecture, that's why I am not uh, tell you to write here, write or draw this diagram. But tomorrow onwards, uh, before starting our lecture, you have to before starting our lecture, you have to take notebook and pen, scale and rule, steel rule also, because our subject is totally theoretical. No any problem or no mathematical expression is there. So our syllabus, our subject in that unit number 1 to 3 totally based on theoretical means diagram, construct principle, diagram, construction working and advantage, disadvantage, application. These are the process of this each and every part. Okay, so today uh, don't place your roll number. Wait, two division is combined, so don't place your roll number here. I take personally attendance. Please wait for 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so tomorrow onwards you have to take your notebook and pen, pencil, scale also. Okay, for you have to draw this all diagrams, and then because you have to don't draw this diagram, you do not draw the diagram or any block diagram, so you do not understand the what is saying that. So okay, okay. So division A,